Aries, welcome back. So Aries, this is going to be your June you versus them reading. I'm going to go back and forth between you, Aries, and the person that you might be dealing with during the first few weeks of June. Okay, my readings go about 2 weeks, but time is malleable, so it'll resonate differently with all of you. And let's go ahead and get started. Also, it can be interchangeable, okay, so keep that in mind. It is a general. So the shared energy or shared karma between you and the person you might be dealing with during this time is Aries energy, which is you. So, this is all about self-starting, being daring, being assertive. So you certainly could be connecting with someone that has Aries-like qualities or maybe Aries in their chart. If not, they may be exerting a lot of similar energy to you. You may have a lot of similarities in the things that provide you passion. This person or this connection can bring out your more assertive side, your more fierce nature. Okay, so going to be different, like I said, for each of you. So let's go ahead and get a little bit further into it. Aries, what is your overall supporting energy for this time frame for my Aries? All right, so you have the Page of Swords, Aries. This is my stalker card. Some of you may certainly be doing that, kind of reading up, doing your research on your person, checking in on them maybe. They also could be doing this to you. It could be vice versa. But that's not for all of you. For others of you, this just talks about really being very analytical towards this connection, not taking anything at face value, being a little bit covert, it's coming from a place of not really trusting, okay, whether that's not really trusting yourself or this person or just trust issues in general that impact the connection. So let's see what this person's overall energy is during this time frame. And they have the King of Swords. So Aries, I feel like this person, they may be really needing to make some decisions. This person they're very sure about what they want, okay? So don't get it twisted. Even if they don't really show that, like in an emotional way, I do feel like this person is very, the words I'm getting is persistent, insistent, certain. So that could be this person's energy for sure, okay? Lots of air energy out. This person may have air placements or you may. All right. So let's see what the recent past energy is, Aries. Oops, I hit my camera. Sorry about that. Recent past energy for my Aries. What led up to this point in the connection? Okay, let's see for Aries, the energy leading up. So Aries, you have the Knight of Pentacles, the King of Cups out in your recent past energy here. So I do feel like, Aries, you've been making a lot of solid progress in your spiritual and emotional evolution, right? I feel like it's been slow and steady, one day at a time. I think that the way that you were able to get to this point is to really try and put yourself into the practical, to really give yourself the time to grow, to correct yourself, to, I'm sorry, I'm getting like 300 messages at once. Hold on a second. Okay. It's kind of like slow and steady wins the race, Aries. So a lot of you may have been putting your focus into things that you can control, money, investments, your home, and in a way that was very therapeutic to you. I feel like that was much needed for your soul to take its time, to not rush things, to find hobbies, crafts, or like I said, something very practical that kind of keeps your hands busy or your mind busy. That actually was really helping your energy out here, okay? Because I do feel like there were points in time in the recent past where you almost felt like this is never going to end. This being stuck in my head, this perpetuating fear, anxiety for some of you, or just simply coming back to the same freaking thing, the same thought, ruminating thoughts, feeling like, gosh, when is this going to end? This cycle that I'm in. And I feel like by practicing mindfulness, you have elevated your spirit here. Good for you. All right, so recent past energy for the person you may be dealing with, Aries, recent past energy. Page of Wands. Ooh. Knight of Wands, lots of fire, whoever you're dealing with. Okay, I get a lot of fire and air here so far. And the Queen of Wands, woo! Whoo! Aries. This person, I have Alicia Keys in my head. This girl is on fire. That was terrible. Don't mind me singing. You get the point. Girl, boy, whoever. This is intense. This is intense. This person's energy may have felt very intense in the past. You know, this person is all about getting fired up, following their passions. Nobody's going to tell this person what to do. They do what they want to do. That's kind of what I felt at the beginning of the reading. This is all in the recent past, okay? So this person might have gotten extremely fired up, okay? I think this person is very certain about what they want. Like I said, there may be a lot of physical chemistry here between you and this person, or they may be very attracted to you, Aries. You know, if this is intimate. But I just feel like there's also an element, though, of impulsivity, you know, and this person kind of going back and forth between wanting to, you know, take that leap, not really thinking about it, to being in the stance of, okay, no, I'll wait, or I know my worth, so I'm not going to give all of myself all at once. You know, so it's a bit of like showing their passionate side and then kind of coming back a little bit, you know, it's a kind of like a back and forth type of energy here, Aries. So it can be inconsistent, right? Or has been in the past. Okay, so let's see your perception of this person. Perception is not necessarily the reality, but that's how you view it, okay, or you view this connection. So let's look at that first. What is your perception of the connection? You have the Eight of Pentacles, the Ten of Wands, the Seven of Swords. Holy cow, wow. Well, this connection has either a hidden element to it, or deceit involved, or secrets for absolute sure, okay? So I do feel like this connection for you, you kind of had to place your focus elsewhere, you know, because I think it would have drove you insane had you kept like reading between the lines, or kept I don't know, indulging your brain in this connection, because I just feel like you weren't going to get to the bottom of it, Aries. And every time you thought you got to the bottom of it, there was another layer and another layer and another layer. And that was actually pulling you in, you know, pulling you into your shadow. Really, really heavy feeling here, okay? So I feel like there's a part of you that just had to be like, I got to put my focus elsewhere, clear my mind, you know, and a lot of you shifted that, like I said, towards your home, towards your work, towards your hobbies, solitude for some of you. I just feel like, you know, this connection is going to take a lot of work, right? Because there's a lot of layers. There are a lot of layers to this person, to this connection here, okay? And there's things yet to be revealed, or so you feel. Okay, so that might be why you don't really trust here. You're kind of holding back a little bit. That could be why some of you are digging a little deeper, you know. So what is this person's perception of you? Aries, what is this person's perception of you? King of Pentacles, the Tower. What is this person's perception? And the Hermit. Okay, so I feel like Aries, this person's perception is that, oh gosh, this is complicated. So they see this connection as something that has definitely changed their life, transformed them. They feel it's destined, you know, destiny, things like that, with the Tower here. I feel like this person knows that this connection has a very spiritual component to it that has brought them enlightenment, okay? Because both the Hermit and the Tower speak of enlightenment, all right? I think that they view you as someone that can be quite, I don't know, family oriented or comforting, or bring them stability, okay, in what seems like a very chaotic situation. Or, yeah, I feel like this person views you as a provider, you know, whether you're male or female, like someone who shows up to provide. You know, it's actually quite positive, but they also know that there's some instability here within the connection, or the potential of that, because I think that they feel very intensely. Aries, it might actually scare this person a bit, you know, but it's bringing out, it's what I'm seeing is like their heart chakra. It is opening the heart chakra for this person, okay? So let's go into your emotional self. How do you genuinely feel towards the connection? How do you genuinely feel towards the connection? Aries. So underneath it all, what are the true, genuine feelings? You have the Two of Pentacles, the Lovers, the Three of Pentacles. This is your choice. It's your choice. You feel it's your choice, you know, or it is your choice. I don't know. You might have, I feel like deep down inside, there was a bit of like, there's a bit of back and forth still going on about what decision to make, but I do feel that you want a cooperative energy in your life. You may feel this person is either a soulmate or a twin flame. You may see a lot of yourself in this person being reflected back to yourself, okay? Because again, you both share the same energy during this time frame, so there could be like a reflection nature to this connection, where you cause each other to reflect on yourself through experiencing each other through the connection. Because this is my yin and yang card. You may feel like this person is the yin to your yang, okay, here. And I think that you do want cooperation, okay? So let's go a bit deeper into it. How do you feel emotionally? How do you feel genuinely underneath? I'm sorry, how does your person feel? How does the person Aries connecting with feel underneath it all? Underneath it all, Aries. So, the Wheel of Fortune, Nine of Pentacles, the Nine of Cups. So, I think this person, again, here comes this karmic, fated type of relationship. This person views you as someone who is fated for them. Like that doesn't mean like it's forever and ever, amen, but they definitely feel like you're important. You know what I'm saying? Like they recognize the importance of the connection, and maybe their ego doesn't recognize it yet, but their soul is fully aware of it, okay? Because this is a level deeper than the ego, what I'm pulling here. So I feel like this person, you know, I feel like you genuinely encourage this person to kind of be fierce and assertive themselves, independent themselves, right? Like you, like I said, you pull that out of the connection, or this is what they pull out of the connection. This person definitely genuinely is wishing for this connection, or finds a lot of fulfillment in it, a lot of emotional fulfillment in it. This person, you know, I heard divinely orchestrated. So you both have really strong opinions and feelings about the nature of the connection, okay? So let's see what any possible blockages are, things to look out for during these next few weeks here, Aries, on your side. The King of Swords. So this is that kind of untrusting energy that I talked about earlier, you know, getting all in your head again, thinking about it too much, over analyzing things. You want to be really careful of that. If you try to, some of you may, I don't know, kind of detach from the connection at times, and that can be a blockage as well, all right? If you're too cold towards the connection, okay? I feel like if you were doing that to this person, it was because you were trying to mirror back what you don't like in them. I don't know if that makes sense, but like whoever you're connecting with, they may go cold on you or detach from you at times, and you may reflect that energy back to them because, you know, it's like, well, if you're going to be like that towards me, I'll be like that towards you. That could be a theme in the connection or a possibility of a future blockage. Okay, so just something to be aware of. You know, you don't want to fight fire with fire, so to speak, or in this case, air with air. So let's see what this person's blockage is. The Six of Swords in the reverse. Same thing, emotional distance. Like this person may... just FYI, as a coping mechanism or a part of their personality trait, may emotionally distance to gather their emotions, so to speak. Okay, and like I said, you may be tempted to mirror that, or you may accidentally mirror that in each other. All right, and that can be a blockage in the connection here. So let's look at the future energy here, Aries, and see what you can expect coming up here in the future energy for my Aries. So you have the Knight of Cups, the Ten of Pentacles, and the future energy. Now keep in mind, all of the future energies can be changed with free will, okay? So take it as it resonates, but just know that you have the power to navigate your life any way you'd like. So, Knight of Cups, Ten of Pentacles, it was looking good. And then we got one more card, the Five of Cups, what the what. So I feel like, Aries, you may open yourself up to a commitment here, but there's still some sort of healing or emotional drain going on here. It may be related to the connection, it may not be. You may feel a bit emotionally drained during this time frame, especially if you're overgiving. Okay, especially if you overdo it too with putting your time and attention on to like hobbies, home, career. It may really drain you during this time frame. So something to be aware of here as to what to watch out for. But I see a level of commitment here, or a higher level of commitment, whether that's to yourself or to this connection. You know, it's like some of you are going back and forth between like wanting to play, you know, just be playful in the energy, not take it so seriously. And then there's another piece of you that wants like full commitment, or you kind of go into another piece of yourself that is much more serious, you know, in what your future holds. Okay, so let's see what this person's future most likely energy is during this time frame. The Moon, the Chariot, and the Star. So, a lot of blue, a lot of emotional energy here. And I want to show you the stark contrast, Aries, in this person. So this is their most likely future energy. Okay, so this is all emotional here. Now look at the difference here. This was their past energy, right? Hello, contrast. So in the past, I feel like this person was being driven by their desires, their passion, their impulses. Now the energy is switching up into more of being driven by their emotional self, their spiritual path. Okay, I definitely think this person is moving forward from an emotional space of wanting to heal, or wanting to bring together this connection for some of you. I think that if this person wasn't in tune or wasn't in alignment, like their passions weren't in alignment with their emotions. I do feel like this person is getting into alignment here. Because of this person's very deep emotional nature, or because of the switch up from their energy going from like all fire to mostly water, that could be draining towards you. That could be emotionally draining towards you. It could be confusing to some of you. But I feel like this person is on this path of, like I said, gaining enlightenment and kind of coping with long buried emotions, which is helping them to move forward in the connection. They may emotionally distance themselves to gather their emotions as well. That may make you feel a little uncertain here. But overall, it looks good. What's the Five of Cups? Let's see. Yeah. Page of Swords again over the Five of Cups. This is in your energy, Aries. So be careful about getting too in your head, okay, about reading too far into the lines. It could be a very emotional, toxic drain for you to do that during this time period. I'm not saying don't read up on things, you know, don't stop using your smarts, use your brain, but don't let it go into that negative mindset where you expect the worst and then you accidentally manifest the worst, right? Because I do think that this person may be closed off at times in June, or maybe blocked off emotionally, or something to do with that. But I feel like there's still a lot of deep emotion here, and they're going through a healing process, okay? And that may or may not have anything to do with you, but don't get stuck in your head about it. All right? Easier said than done, right, Aries? So let me tell you what zodiac signs you could be dealing with during this time frame, and keep in mind that it's a general reading, so it doesn't have to be any of these zodiac signs, but I'll tell you what I have out. I have, you could be dealing with another Aries, a Leo, or Sagittarius, a whole lot of Aquarian vibes, lots of Aquarian vibes. To a lower level, could be Libra, Gemini, but I also have Virgo here, as well as Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, Gemini, yep. So those are the predominant zodiac signs I have out, but keep in mind it's a general reading, guys, so it can be any zodiac sign. Please do let me know how that resonated in the comments down below. Also in the description box, you can find my Facebook and my Instagram. I do go live on my Facebook sometimes to chat about astrology, so if you don't want to miss that, make sure you follow me there, as well as Instagram. Also, in addition to being able to subscribe for free, you can now become a private member for a small monthly fee by clicking the blue join button. So don't forget to check that out. You can get additional goodies you can't get anywhere else. Otherwise, I'm wishing you the very best, Aries, and until next time, my friends, namaste. Bye.